Alright guys, welcome back to another V Rising video. This is the 5th hour or so of the V Rising tournament series, with a win condition of obtaining the soul of the winged horror, Solaris, the Immaculate, or the Behemoth, with Solaris granting you first place, winged horror second, and Behemoth third. This is a solo Iron Man mode hardcore server, and we are doing horrible. We were so far ahead. We took risks, and I think taking those risks will pay off in a future run. But at the moment, we are devastatingly going backward all the time. To be fair, this is absolutely professional practice, and we're looking into a competitive and an esports scene with this tournament. We have some incredible players who are doing interesting things, cutting corners, moving straight to tier 2 and 3 to place down bases. We're seeing players take fights all over the place. We're seeing a lot of people get horses early game and then trying to just look for ganks. They've become the horse lords of the world. We had a lot of PvP early game and we were getting very far ahead, but we lost a great 1 versus 1, mostly because the monster was shooting me in my back. And then we lost another 1 versus 1 because a monster threw a spear and pulled me back into the fight. I actually thought it was the player and I was going to tell them that was the best spear ever, but I'm getting hyper targeted by the NPCs, turning a lot of these 1 versus 1s into, 2 versus 1s, but that's just my fault. I'm getting out environmentally played. Earlier we killed a player with the sun differential, and now we've died twice to NPC differential. And so I think we're going to get a good recovery here on our equipment at Ferocious Bear. I've never really had that fight before, so I've been enjoying learning a lot this tournament. And a lot of people are calling this tournament practice and the next one the real thing, but I feel like this is the real thing as well. And you're never too far behind, right? In a tournament like this, in an Iron Man, dead man style gameplay, getting a kill on a player at any stage in the game who's above you is going to let you absorb their gear. Also, the potential to siege someone and take all of their things. Also, keep in mind we have 2 castle hearts, and so with 3 keys you could seize another player's castle and get all of their things. And so you just have a lot of interesting ways to come back. But most notably, if we had killed Bear there and rode the horse up to Quincy, we could have knocked down the barricade and gotten all of our gear sets back, and then did a kind of pro progression play and just brought our gear bags home, and that would have kind of reestablished. Obviously, we lost an hour or 2 even, losing in PvP and losing to bosses, both bosses at 1%, just very ouchy. But if we can get this gear bag back, I think we fight Ferocious Bear again. So we kind of learned the limitations of the Horse Lord strategy. Maybe we jump off the horse and do ramp plays whenever the bear is enraged. That seems like a decent idea to me. So we need to take off our chest piece here because we've got, I think we made Merciless maybe? Alright, we got our gear bag back. We do have Merciless, right? So we get the Merciless, Nightshade. We get another piece of Night Stalker. We get all the planks back. And I think we have to go for this. We sort of have to beat Bear here, else we lose our main gear bag. So we're going to go for tighter circles, and we're just going to spam left click, I think, and then maybe we're going to try to keep the bear up in a certain corner so he has less of an opportunity to hit us with his AoEs. I'm liking these tighter circles, though. This is huge for speedrunning practice for me, because I've never actually fought this bear before, and he seems really easy on this horse. We could probably just also outrange his rage. Maybe we run to the top of the cave. Okay, so now he's enraged, right? Oh, no, he attacks from so far away, though. Okay. Now what, though? Okay, we have to get back on the horse here. Yeah. This isn't bad. Maybe the tighter circles will save us from enrage. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so fast. What if, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Maybe we just reset here. I don't know. Okay, here comes the enrage. We for sure need to counter at least the first one. Oh no. Okay, we gotta reset. Come on, please, 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 please. Alright, resetting seems easy. You know what else would be interesting is if you built a base right here. So this is where Silverlight Hills lets out. Maybe you build a base over here and you try to somehow get players to jump off the cave and into your base, or you leave a door open and then you shut the door on them and you trap them. That could work. There's so many strange plays for this game. Like the development of this competitive scene to me is really the best part. Just seeing things you never even thought existed. And I actually had my own idea, which I wish we were in T2 right now, right? If we'd killed Quincy, I wish we were heading for Iron. But, I have an idea. I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys now. I have an idea about making a base in Silverlight and then running naked to the docks. And just looting chests and barrels. I think it gives you heaps of copper bars and iron bars. So maybe when he enrages, we need to get farther away. So right here he enrages. What if we just go this way, right? No, he's too fast. No, he's way too fast. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, we're learning his movesets though. The spear should actually, if we could figure out a way to spear him, we know the spear would do immense damage because he's a beast. Nope, nope, bad. Okay, okay, he's still enraged. Well, I think we have to reset it again. Alright, you win this time, Bear. I'll get you yet, though. I'm learning you. I'm gonna get you. Maybe we don't have to full reset, okay. So, they did a great job making it so wait, can we jump down here? Okay, that could help us. Maybe we use the horse and we go up and down this ramp when he's enraged. So probably not the best time to learn how to fight a boss in the middle of a tournament, but I'm okay with the challenge. There's probably a lot of ways we could be getting extra hits off on him as well. Okay, he's enraging. Right, so we go up here. And then we go down. Does that get him all the way through his enrage phase? Not quite. But a good bit of it. Okay, he's enraged. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did he reset? No. Okay, enrage. I don't know, maybe we just try tighter circles. This feels like Elden Ring to me, or Dark Souls. Fighting bosses at under eye level is insanely hard, but doable. And I think that's why we're going to see a lot of weird speedruns and a lot of skips. Okay, I can absolutely see how someone gets to iron so fast. Okay, we need to go for tight circles here. Or outplay him. Tight circles. The other thing is the like RNG slash skill slash decisiveness effect. Oh no. Okay. Okay. We were doing so good. Oh. Okay. Okay. We can still save this. Okay. Enraged. Tight circles. Tight circles. Right. Now we kite. I think we kite up the ramp. Please don't reset. Please don't reset. Okay, tight circles. God, this is a long boss fight. Even if we die, if we suck his soul, we're in a really good spot. Come on, don't enrage. Don't enrage anymore. Please, bear. Please, bear. I need this. I need this comeback, bear. Don't do that. Please. Yes. Yes. Not only did we beat this boss and we're going to go get our gear bags back, but we learned how to beat this boss at early game, vastly under eye level. Also, thank God someone left their horse here. Someone must have came to do that and died and just couldn't handle it. Their mental fortitude. You know what a huge part about winning this tournament is going to be in the future and now? Is going to be the ability to shake off defeat or something random or awful happening. All right. I think we risk just grabbing our gear bag and going home rather than going home first. I don't know how long that gear bag is going to stay on the ground. I've never actually thought about needing to get my gear bag right away. Playing on the normal, so I think the proper way to play this game and enjoy it is to go from a PvE server with your friends and win and have a great time, and then try a softcore PvP server and make your way up to max level and kill the raid bosses and grab the unique souls. Try sieging and just have a great time, make friends, meet new clanmates, make enemies, and then you move to a dead man hardcore server, either, you know, duos, trios, 8s, 4s, or solos. Okay. All right, this is looking so good for us. He's basically just a horse. He's just a guy on a horse. He's worse than bear. He has to be. Oh. 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 No. Please. Oh my god. Another fight. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can risk everything. Nope, nope, not good. Good hits. Oh, Trunks is doing so good right now. That was a very bad play right there, though. Okay, nice double. Okay, nice miss. Nice miss twice. This might be his house. We need to see it. That's his house. That's his house. There's no way we can take this fight. There's no way we can take this fight. That was such a good fight. We have to go home. Do we have salves? We're all over the place right now. Okay, we need to mark our house. Guys, I'm sorry, my heart is racing. I haven't had this crazy of an experience. Level 32, okay. It's nothing but fighting right now. Okay, dodges, good dodges, good dodges. Okay, interesting. Alright, we traded the horse there. I think that's okay. I think we leave and we go home. I think if that player was smart, he comes and fights us with the horse. We were already low and he was way higher. But again, escaping is winning. Every single time an escape is a win. That guy played extraordinarily well as also. Great job with the mace, knocking me off the horse. The mace has so much power play potential when you're diving forward. You can dive forward and aim behind you when you land. Alright, 1v1 into third party into fourth party right there. Okay, we got all our stuff back. We need whetstones. We need whetstones and we get back to Merciless. We can come back from this. Let's go left to right here. We don't have any cloth. Unfortunately, we have no cloth, so we can't quite make... Do we have bone? We do have bone. Okay, also our grinder's just been grinding away for like hours, apparently. So we're gonna have a ton of bricks at some point. We have thread, so that is a big come up. Our gear's gone. I don't know if it matters. Maybe that means someone's at Quincy or the gear just is gone. I don't know which. Do we go Merciless here? I think we go Merciless. Yeah, Merciless. Okay, this is a big come up for this hour. We got our gear back, and someone else's. Okay, we want to get some leather going. Toggle that bad boy on, eh? Big come up with the planks here. Nice whetstone, a wool thread, a couple scrolls. I think turning the bones into bone dust is going to bring us back to a good spot as well. We definitely need a second grinder. That thing grinds slow. We got to get some workers on that. Alright, we've got a good amount of random kind of crappier gear bags. Whew, I gotta take a breather. That was intense. Alright. We're going back out. We need to focus on some gathering. We still need whetstones, but now we have bear form. Maybe we just, I think we go back to our initial strategy of kind of just farming inside of Bandit's stronghold. It also gives a ton of whetstones and schematics, so we could hopefully get out of this set of gear and into full Merciless. Ginger just called Aura a noob. We've got so many players in here. People are starting to talk crap. Oh, Cheyenne, just going into school here. We need to win this. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, we take those. See ya. See ya. Alright, I don't like this sun thing. We need to wait for sunlight to go away and play around for a little bit. Maybe go back over here where we saw those other players. Wasn't there some bases right here? Yeah, this was Trunks' base. Okay, more gear. That's really nice. And a sun resist pot, which we love. That's what I was trying to loot when Trunks was attacking me. What else is over here? This is like a weird place on the map. Where do people farm at? Maybe a bandit trapper? There's so many horses here. Why are there so many horses here? 3 horses. Are they down here fighting monsters? Oh, this is where I died earlier. I do remember that. Okay. Man, the sun is such a raid boss right now. Alright, we haven't had a really nice gank. I mean, we got Illy, but he had some low tier gear. We need a big gank. Oh, Tristan the Vampire Hunter hanging out in the low level zone. Oh, 100%. 100% unreal. 100% rogue. On crit damage, 100% chance to crit after. Oh, so nice. So nice. You know what we needed? We forgot. We left base without making salves, but I'm not sure if we had any bones. But without salve, I lose my 100% blood. We're not taking back... Oh, we have a very small amount of health regen right now. Very, very minimal. Oh, okay. The monsters are all going for me again. I really feel like I can't catch a break with these monsters. Okay, those were actually really big hits. We're pressuring this. Oh, bad. Nice counter there. Really big counter on my part. I also just learned we can use the horse. Okay, this is a good kill on Stein, though. Nice double hit. Okay, that was a good escape there from him. I don't know. I want to keep going for him though. If he had used the salve there and then did that, he would get so much more health back than me. We have to hope something weird happens. We have to hope he runs into a monster here. It looks like he has the illusionary double dash, so he's definitely a lot further than I am. This is where we caught the other player earlier, so we might actually be able to catch him out here. What's this? Where are we? Is this a dead end? Okay. Alright, we're chasing hard. We need him to get shot by something. What a chase this has become, but he's a skull player. We need whatever it is that he has. This would bring the entire world back for us. I think it's easier to chase as well than to out-pursue. Please, please let him run into a monster with a shield that's just going to slam him against a wall for 200 damage. Let one of these skeletons hit him. Okay, let there be a player here at the trapper. Let Tristan the vampire hunter be here. Please. This is a legendary wolf chase right now. Oh, net him. Oh, God, the dog almost hit him. Come on, please. Okay, we're closing. We're closing here. What is this chase? What is this? Come on. Yes. Okay, interesting. Oh, huge hit right there with the spear. He actually swapped weapons. That was massive. He's there. Maybe we can cut across. If he goes north here, we can cut him across. Oh my god, this chase. Where even am I? Alright, we have to go back to base. I need salves. I need bones. I'm gonna risk fighting some random monsters right now because we need some bones. Level 25, that seems okay. No. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm throwing. I just lose 100% blood. I don't have salves, but if we get ganked, we lose that blood and our life and our gear bags. That was one of the longest fights I've ever had in my life. That was the kind of come up we needed. Into skull. He's 11 above me. He's at least 37. I hope we can get bone dust here. I mean, obviously we can get bones. So I guess realistically we get bone dust as well, but I don't know if I've ever fought this monster. It just comes back to life for free? That's cool. Oh, okay. I so far don't feel like there's really any loot here. Maybe these containers have stuff. Bones and trees. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many monsters here. Woof! It's very strange fighting non-humanoids. I keep waiting to press F to drink them, and then I can't. Oh, Nikolaos the Fallen, one of my all-time favorite bosses. I don't think we can fight him. I don't know. I might be able to out iframe him. Okay, so we can get grave dust here and gems. That would save us some time having to grind bones down, but overall this zone seems slightly underwhelming. But I guess the monsters aren't very hard. We're going to do a weird play here, and we're going to actually fight Nikolaus the Fallen way under eye level. And if it just seems like it's going to be impossible, we'll go ahead and leave and check out Bandit like we were originally going to do, or go make a pro progression play. He seems doable so far. We're putting in some work. Okay, so his green bolt is an AoE, so we cannot get hit by that green bolt at all. That's going to just do immense damage. I wonder how many players have fought this so far. Oh, I didn't see him casting that. He was facing the other direction. What are we missing for more salve? We need to make salve on the fly here. Plant fibers. Look at this. Look at these pro plays. Crafting mid-boss fight. Okay, the other issue is that it's not on my hotbar. Let's remedy that real fast. This is a nice fight because we can probably see players sneaking up on us. Okay, we can be iframe gods. We beat Bear as a horse lord. I think we could beat Nikolaus. So many skeletons! No, we gotta get out of here. Oh, we gotta get out of here. Oof. Alright, we're playing very well so far. Very well, I like this. Okay, we liked Ward of the Damned. That's what we use in tier 3. We like trying to get that right now. Look at the gravestones. The gravestones here are actually dropping schematics, so maybe that's the interesting thing about this zone, is that you just have a higher drop rate on better tier schematics. Merciless copper sword, okay, yeah. I love this fight. I love how much better we are at doing this. If you guys watched my practice speedrun video for the tournament, this boss killed me twice. And I lost over 45 minutes, and that was in a PvE setting. That's it, we got him. That is War to the Damned. That's a huge, huge come up. I really didn't come here to fight him. Ember Chain again. I did not come here to fight this boss. But I'm sure glad that we did. I'm sure it helped as well that we had 100% Rogue Blood. But we're getting that on the bar. That's our new counter. I think it throws so many players off. You really don't see it very often in PvP. But props to one of my YouTube commenters. You guys, I really appreciate those comments and the tips for calling that the way to summon your Skelly Bros. So when the Skelly Bros show up, I'm always in a good position. Woo! Always feeling good when the Skelly Bros are around. Plant fibers. I think we're going to make a pro progress play and we're going to go home. Just need to craft a little bit of salve real fast. I think Nikolaus also gives us the tier 2 study. So we kind of did actually need that in an interesting and different way. So we have to go home. Pro progress. We have not, I feel like we don't have a lot, but you know what? We have 4 grave dust. If we get 4 more, you know where I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay and grind a little bit more. Wait, we have 400, we got 420 bones. Let's go. We can actually crunch those 400 bones into 4 grave dust. And that will give us... We also have 2 unsullied hearts. Okay. This is absolutely pro progress. I take back everything I said about not having that much. This is really important. That's going to give us the primal blood that we need to craft that ember chain. So that is going to be a 12 gear score. So we're going to get 6 up, and then we'll be 32. Did I get any whetstones while I was out? I didn't really get any whetstones, unfortunately. Alright, grinder. You're doing God's work out here. But we need bones. Crunched. Stat. I think we also need a devourer. Planks and copper ingots, we definitely have that. Okay, let's grab some of the copper here. I would also like to finish this quest. I think we can unlock servants and we can actually start getting those out there wilden. We're getting very bad RNG on our Merciless armor. It feels like we're getting everything except the armor. And that's really what we need to make some big plays. Grave dust. Oh yeah, we need to get that that unsullied heart getting crunched down into our blood. There it is. That takes 3 minutes, and I think the bones take about 3 minutes. So, yep, 3 to go on that. That is definitely 3 minutes exactly. Let's put a couple more bones in here if we have them. And then we will have the ember chain as long as we have 4 emeralds. Which we do. That's so big. Alright, so we're going to be 32. We need whetstones, which we can go farm up in Bandit Stronghold. And once we get whetstones, we'll be 35. And we'll be tracking back toward progress. We also outplayed a skull player. And thankfully, they played good enough and they got away, which is unfortunate. But you love to see that, right? You love to see those just quick back and forth fights. They're very interesting. So So he's going to give us 20 paper. We do have some spare bones, so we need to craft just a vast amount of salves. We definitely want a Twilight Snapper at some point as well. Is there so much random stuff in here? A couple rats. A couple plants. Alright. We're coming back, fam. This hour is our comeback. All we had to do was kill that player, and it erases all of the bad things. If we kill someone who already has iron, we are going to be insane, right? That's all we have to do. We got to drop kick someone or gank them or catch them off in a position that gives us a power play into a higher tier. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break and grab some water and maybe take a bite out of a quesadilla while I wait for all this stuff to get smashed down and ground up. We'll be right back in just a few. Alright, what's going on, everybody? I'm sorry, that was actually a couple minutes longer than I intended. I need a little bite to eat. We had to take a break. This is intense. My heart has been racing every single fight. The prospect of losing all of my stuff is crazy. Alright, Ember Chain coming up. This is going to be huge. Then we need whetstones, and we know in the future that horse lording to ferocious bear and ferocious bear to bandit stronghold, and we're getting whetstone, sulfur, a bunch of coarse thread, all the random drops, right? And we can just do it over and over because it's not an explosive. I actually feel like going to Clive and getting an explosive might not be the play, but they both seem viable, and it's fun that one's on the east and one's on the west, and that they all have to meet up right in the middle. So here we go, back to 32. We're probably in the range of fighting Quincy, but I don't think I should. So I think we should practice from now on, playing just a little bit safer. You know, we do want to be pro progress. We were way ahead. I even feel like we were ahead of people who might have been up getting iron. We were almost 37 an hour ago or so. We just ran into some bad RNG and some just some losses overall in both PvP and PvE. Alright, now we want to get some salves up and running. Where's all our grass at? Tell me we have some grass. Alright, we don't have any grass, so we're going to just walk outside and try to grind some. But I would like to just play a bit safer instead of, you know, some of those 1 versus 1s we chose to take. And it just didn't work out for us. So maybe in the future, we avoid certain 1v1s in order to progress. But the thing I always think of is if we actually get that kill, then we skip a lot of time. So that's the risk versus reward. And that's why I think this game is going to be so beautiful. You're going to have a lot of people chasing each other. And then obviously when you turn into a wolf and the other player flings spells backward at you, you're kind of just running around corners and running into them because of the line of sight issues. And so the PvP in this game is just to die for. Even in tier 1, as you see, with limited abilities, it is crazy. It's crazy how amazing it is. And so then you throw in, you know, tier 2, you get an extra ability, a lot of new abilities, and then you throw in tier 3 raid boss abilities. And suddenly it's just wild out here with the bat form and 12.2 horses with horse speed potions. Then you've got the siege mechanics, which are just crazy. And you have the players who are rushing right now. And if I had actually stayed on target, right? If I had managed to pursue my goal of getting some siege golems day 1, maybe those players who rush early to get iron but don't have any servants, we could just go and take their castle over and get all of their stuff. Oh, my 100% blood is finally about to wear off. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's out of blood. We should have some random little tainted hearts somewhere, but it looks like I don't. Here we go. Sometimes you gotta take your weapon off and punch a monster to get them low enough to drink. But yeah, what I mean when I say I want to play a little bit safer is that I would like to just go to, instead of just fighting Quincy, I think we should pursue a higher eye level there. You could definitely win, right? It was very clear to me that I could win that engagement if I played better. But in order to make up, you know, and give yourself some room for error and maybe some room if players just come mob you, you would want to be higher eye level. So we could have waited to get this necklace, and then right now if we go get 7 whetstones, you know, we can come back and have a Merciless mace, and that would put us at 35. Plus we might get threads, and then we can turn this into a 3 and this into a 3. We'd be 37, so we'd be back where we wanted to be. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna head back to Quincy and we're gonna grind a little bit. Maybe we'll I'll try to aim for finishing Quincy at the end of this video. And so we lost at least an hour. I don't even remember when we died to Quincy. It had to have been some time ago. But if we can get back up there, I think we'll be fine. So we'll still be recovered. I think a lot of players probably take their first couple deaths and they quit, but there's really no time that you can't come back in this game, because it all plateaus around the end of T2, T3, at least from a skill perspective side. I mean, obviously if someone had bad form, it would be a lot easier for them to fly around the map consistently, dropping into popular spots and attempting to gank. So maybe having one player that's really strong, they could kind of dominate the server, but it's only going to take one siege or one kill to bring that player down so far. You only have to lose one set of late T2, early T3, late T3 gear, and you're going to be hurt bad. So if you can build the Eye of Twilight fast enough and you could see them actively moving the soul with their move speed deficit and their increased damage taken, that could be an opportunity to really come up and just crush someone's dreams of server domination. So there's things that we could do, and I'm interested to see where they go. Also, you're gonna have a lot of people not ganking because they're trying to progress, right? Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting to me. This is open. Here comes the sun. I hope someone's at Quincy. I hope and I pray. But I really do think we need to gank Quincy earlier. I think these players that go to Quincy right away to try to attempt skips, if you killed them, it would truly devastate their run. Please be a Quincy player. Okay, no Quincy player, but it is open again. So I have to assume every time Quincy's open, someone's probably winning. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only player who wiped, but you know, eventually someone gets through. And so there's probably a couple players headed up for T2 now. So we're probably not too far behind the power curve. There were also a couple really big blood type monsters that I let go, and so that also affected our run. We could have had better blood in a lot of the times. We also had to give up a 100% rogue because I didn't have salves. So there's so much room for improvement. Obviously dying put us way back, but I'm feeling great. Hope you guys are enjoying the content, and I'm hoping that I can get you a Quincy kill here at the end of this video and we can move to tier 2, you know, within the 4 to 5 hour mark. I could definitely see where if we'd played better, we could have beat Quincy within 3 hours or even less, maybe 2 hours, and moving to tier 2 in 2 hours. And then I think you make some naked iron mine runs, some naked cotton runs, something like that, and you get into a really interesting position that allows for you to move to tier 3 really day 1. So those players that said that they got to T3 within 8 hours, I think that is possible now. I think that's definitely possible. So again, we need whetstone. I think I'm gonna wait to fight Quincy until we're at least 35. Let's see, do we get course thread? We don't have any course. Yeah, we got 4. So we need a few more course thread, and maybe another Merciless Night Stalker drop, and we'll be in a very solid position to fight Quincy. Ooh, 93. Oh. Okay, huge. Huge, that was close. I actually pulled back my my attack there, thankfully. Shion in the chat. Shion with the asterisks. That is meta level gameplay, I would say. I wish I had rat form here. I think I need to start considering fishing early game. I think having the rat would allow me to just sit here and eat my food and like take a break. I'm so used to having the counter, I keep forgetting I actually need to be facing these monsters when I attack them. That's another Merciless right there. I hope it's something new. This area is also very farmable. So I could see us getting here a lot sooner. Did we get the same one? Did we get the vest? No way. No way, our second RNG Night Stalker is the same piece we already have. Oh, that one hurt. But yeah, this place is very farmable. I say you kill bear and you just come here. You don't try to do very many skips. You just do something strange and interesting. You horse lord ferocious bear. You come here and you farm a ton of whetstones, a ton of threads, a ton of random goodies, and then you go fight, you know, for the bone dust or whatever, and then you're level 37 maybe in the first hour. I also believe you get enough leather as a drop. Well, we only have one so far, so maybe you have to farm specific areas, but I do feel like you can skip a lot of early bosses. A lot of the T1 bosses, you only have to kill a few strategically, and then you'll have everything you need to craft yourself into a really nice set. And also somewhere like this feels very grindable. You just do a nice circuit, then maybe you go fight Quincy, maybe you don't. And you're just getting recipes the entire time. Also, we're getting a lot of whetstones. We spent a very large amount of time farming whetstones. So the iron mine is hot right now. We saw earlier that the copper mine was hot. I just never actually got to catch anyone there. This would be an interesting spot as well. If you had a rat, you could look on both gates and just wait for someone to come in. The possibility of rat plays in this game is immense. Now granted, if you're just waiting around in a rat all day, you probably don't actually progress very far, but it only takes one gank to bring you up huge, right? You just skip hours of farming if you get someone's gear bag. This game reminds me a lot of Tarkov. You could just do naked plays and happen to get lucky or happen to get a big kill, and it just changes your entire run. It changes everything. Alright, we're going to make a pro progression play here, and we're going to go home. I want to keep farming, you know, basically infinitely. This feels like a great farm spot. We're getting mats for everything that we need. But we're going to let it respawn. We're going to relax and head back to base really fast. So I'm going to hang out all the way through the siege window today. I figured I would be able to siege, but that's an hour from now, and I'm really not sure that I'll be able to make it there. I mean, if we push really hard, if we get an iron mace, or iron slashers maybe, and we rush to siege golem, I think we could probably outplay siege golem, and then as long as we naked run scourge stones, we might be able to get the gem cutting table down and rush a siege golem, but then we would have to beat that player in a siege. And again, I don't think anyone has servants right now, so it is very possible that we could win a siege and just have an immense come up. These two players that are in iron, if we sieged them, I think that would just be huge. Ooh, some loot. Oh, unsullied heart, big. I actually thought that was a loot container. I'm sort of glad we haven't had PvP in the last 20 or 30 minutes. I feel like I need a cooldown after those big fights that we had earlier. I need a little chance to rebuild. Alright, we are headed back. We also have enough cloth, so that POI right there is very farmable. We get everything we need to craft fun and interesting items that might not bring us up in eye level, but that just get our stats nice and high. And we have enough coarse threads to rebuild our Night Stalker set, so we're finally coming back. We're going to get that copper mace building once again. I wonder how many times my Merciless copper mace has changed hands. And then we're going to have one more RNG attempt here. You know what we need to do, actually? We need to make bombs. I bet there's a lot of players who are still T1, and we could swoop in and scoop up a lot of their mats. I just need hundreds of copper and stone and wood, to be honest. And speaking of the devil, we really should make our keep stone as well. So we need to actually look into doing that really fast. Now that we're heading for the siege window, I actually have to start playing a little bit more strategically. What's a royal gate? Does that cost the same amount? 612? Oh, that's cool. Servant lock. Beautiful. I don't know. I don't know if I want to live here. I sort of feel like moving up to T2 right here, and maybe even breaking our heart down and just carrying our leftover goods. Or maybe we take all the blood out and we let this decay. I'm not sure. So we can go Dunley to here very easily, right? That lets off here, and then we're home. So maybe we stay here for T2, and then maybe move somewhere else. I don't know. We'll just build up for now, and we can always move later. So first of all, we want to finish this quest. All right, I don't know if, yeah, we need stone. We need stone full here. All right, bind to a stone coffin. We're gonna have to build a stone coffin as well. But before we finish this, right, I really want to go kill Quincy. So let's get Quincy out of the way, and then we can upload this video for you all. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Obviously I was doing very good those first 2 hours, and then I got just simply hammered. And we fell back quite a bit of time, but I think this setting is interesting, and I'm genuinely liking the gameplay experience. If we can actually beat a Skull player, we'll be massive. Alright, Merciless Copper Mace coming up, and then we're tracking. I can also make one more grinder finally. Alright, let's get the stone coffin down. Oh, grave dust. That's not happening. We've been lacking bones since the start. I definitely recommend everyone stay in the tutorial for a lot longer. I feel like we really needed like stacks and stacks of bone dust, to be honest. But I also feel like killing Alpha Wolf and the bosses, I don't know, there's so many interesting things you could or can't do. What do you guys think? What kind of weird strategies have you employed? Do you think you could use to get ahead in a competitive or hardcore kind of setting? Alright, bind a stone coffin we cannot do. We need some more planks. All right, we did it. Hey, we're feeling good. We built a castle. We're getting faster. We're getting better at building and organizing. Each new time we play, we are indeed feeling good and getting better and better and better. We pulled a couple more bones out of the brazier. We're going to add what we have. And next up, we are going to make all of our servants. And we're going to send them out on missions for us. That way tonight when we sleep, and we're not going to get back on, we're going to produce some videos and hang out and get some stuff done and go on a date tomorrow and all that fun stuff outside of the game world. Even though this is crazy and I wish I could be playing it all the time, we do have chores to do and errands and a lot of fun things going on, especially on a Sunday at Little Italy. And, you know, just a lot of, you trying to get brunch and hang out with my aunt and uncle. And so I want to see those servants, you know, and all the spare gear that we got, or hopefully we get more threads fighting the Bandit King, etc. And we can get the servants kind of geared out in something similar to what we have, so at least they're a decent gear level. And then we just send them out to get, I don't know, all the, you know, copper and whetstones and morning lily and grave dusts and, you know, leather. We just send them to each zone, and hopefully they actually bring out a bunch of really nice stuff. Alright, let's pull our mace out, and I think we're going to head for Quincy to end this video, and then I have to take a break. We've been playing out of our minds. We had a huge setback, and now I feel like I need to eat. I actually just put my food in the microwave and never actually even ate anything. Classic gamer mentality. Plus we have 93% brute, so we are level 38. It is time to kill Quincy. We will end this video on a high note and get back to where we were. I feel good about it. It's also the middle of the night. I have plenty of time here to do this. That's going to give us life leech. +1 gear level is going to give us more damage against and less damage from Quincy. Every time we kill somebody, we get health. You know what? I honestly feel like Brute is one of the best buffs in the game, early game. Just stacking up a bunch of health. Allows you to really get that grinding done and push through. This POI over here also seemed like it was a pretty big hotspot. There's Lydia the Chaos Archer again. We're going to ignore her for now. I think we might have killed her twice already. Oh, that chest literally disappeared when I was going to loot it. So this is a nice spot as well, as you can see. It drops cloth on a fairly regular basis. I'm also excited to try this. I've personally... Oh, here. What do we have over here? I thought that was a player. So Trunks is still in wood. So we just might go fight Clive and try to get a couple bombs and just blow down a couple of the doors. I could use a horse to get halfway up, and then I only need 4 bombs to blow through Trunks' door. I think Trunks is in a similar state of gear as me, and he's probably been gathering a bunch. So that would actually save us a lot of time building our castle. And if he has copper, right, or maybe we look around for a copper player who's been farming a lot of copper, and then we can make all those servants and really get a nice head start going. Or, you know, like a return to kind of where we were. Oh yeah, this is huge, man. That buff. Basically, with that life leech, if we were at PvP, you just want to stay on top of them as much as you possibly can. If we had the ability to capture a servant already, that right there would have been a good play. So I've never done this. Apparently this does siege damage to the wall. Oh my god, it does immense damage. So that's fun. That's definitely an interesting skip. Horse lording, ferocious bear. I also think that there's probably a lot of other monsters you could probably horse lord by just doing big circles. No chest up here this time. The other big thing is that Aura definitely got me in fight 1 because he skipped. Oops, that was bad. He skipped and he had an ult. I almost forgot about that. So that's the other thing about horse lording a monster or figuring out an early nice little skip and getting through Quincy is that your ultimate does so much damage and it stuns for a really good amount of time. So you're going to be able to absolutely demolish a player in 1v1 if they don't manage to iframe your ult. I hope I get a Twilight Snapper from one of these chests. Okay. Alright, here we go. For sure, the fact that you can see the doors to this bandit camp open means that we can 100%... I'm going to reset here. I feel like this was already a bad start, unless I can get all my health back somehow. Yeah, the fact that we can see the doors open means we can for sure get some early ganks. Some really, really big ganks. Ward of the Damned is so massive. I think we should incorporate that in our build. Look at it. It's just all the skeletons are pulling aggro. I don't even have to do anything. This fight at this eye level at 38 is so much easier than what we had before. Plus, we learned the mechanics a lot. So I'm really excited for next week, you guys, and to showcase how much we've learned. Quincy really doesn't seem that hard to me either. Now that we know the fight and we're at a good eye level, we did fantastic there. We have so much room for improvement, and we're getting better all the time. The RNG elements of putting a lot of players together here is something has to be a shady. Whew. Throw me off a cliff, whatever it takes. Get me out of the sun, baby. We need some sunscreen. We're gonna go ahead and pop a sun resistance potion here. God, that would have been such a setback. Imagine we kill Quincy, everything's fine, the sun kills us, and then a player loots us. Oh, that would have hurt. That would have hurt our feelings. Alright. This is absolutely ready for some sort of, you know, our tournament is popping off. And thankfully, Stunlock Studios sponsored it, but I could see Stunlock. Oh, Aura. Aura, huge. Okay, okay. Okay, now we have skeletons. He's not going to expect that, right? He missed his ult. We have to win this. My heart is racing, guys. This would be the best end of this video we could ever hope for. Please, monsters, get him. Remember, we chased Shiro for ages. Get him, monsters. The sun differential. After all those times he killed me. I think that's a dead end the way he's going. That's a dead end. Oh no, it's not. It's not a dead end. Please, please let a monster hit him. Don't hit me, monsters, please. Where is he? Where is he? I see him. I see him. I was looking too high. Yes! Yes! The comeback! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We gotta play better here. Oh, please shade, please shade. Please shade. I'm dead here. I'm dead. Oh, no! This is a dead end. Oh my god. Oh my god. My heart can't take this. Stop and loot. I'm sure that'll help, right? Another dead end. This place is horrible. This place is the worst. I didn't even get his loot. Imagine if he lived close to here and he just respawns. Whew. Oh, take me out of combat, please. You guys, I can't. What a beautiful end to this video for us. We took down Quincy, and we beat our arch nemesis. We have to get his loot before he gets it. Else that will all have been for naught. What a battle. Also, his horse was somewhere, right? His horse was somewhere up here. The sun differential once again. He really didn't have that much loot though. That wasn't a big come up. He must have just left his base. But you can see where like basically all the players are essentially just 25 or 28. For the most part, after they get kind of back into that basic gear setup. So he did amazing considering how low level he was. Also, we have misplayed fundamentally by not putting our ultimate on. To be honest, had we lost there and we hadn't used our ultimate, that would have been a classic. A true classic. And a really big come up for him. So things like that are why I love this game and why I'm showcasing the fact that you're never far behind. Also with the drop in, drop out mentality of the way the servers operate and the fact that you can siege means eventually you're going to have a really good come up in a really great situation. What's this? What's this? Tristan, the vampire hunter versus Alpha Wolf versus wolves. I don't know if we have anything. I mean, we have 8 whetstones, but I think we're going to play this. Let's play on the side of the wolf here. Oh, you want some, Tristan? Okay. Okay. This video could just be the biggest come up of our entire lives. If me and Alpha Wolf can 2v1 Tristan after I just 1v1'd Aura, after I just 1v1'd Octavian. Nope, don't hit Alpha Wolf, right? Now there's bandits. We don't like bandits. Yes, spawn wolves. Let's go, Alpha Wolf. Let's go, I'll take care of these. This is incredible. A level 16 and a level 38 versus a 46. Oh, you know what? I almost feel like we don't want skeletons. That was a huge hit right there for him. Oof. Come on, Alpha Wolf. Summon some more wolves, brother. No! Oh, that is bad. Big bad. We haven't seen fire in a while. Okay, big trade. We gotta be more careful with that. Nice hits. Oof. Yes. Yes, let's go. I don't even know what he gives. Tristan the Vampire Hunter, Blood Hunger, Greater Blood Essence. We can craft Greater Blood Essences. That's actually huge. That's huge this early in the game. Wow. Wow, how's that for the end of this video, guys? A bit longer there, but it just kept getting better. Tristan and me versus me and Alpha Wolf, excuse me, against Tristan. One-on-one against Aura, the man who's killed me twice and sent me so far back. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh, the Vampire Hunter. My heart is racing. We really, really did need this. There comes the graders. Oh man, that's going to be so easy. We're going to get a beautiful amount of graders now. And we'll be able to craft a lot of really nice stuff. We're going to have the... you know what? We also got... we got bone dust. We got grave dust, excuse me. So we want to stop this right, and we want to get... I'm going to make the video go just a little bit longer, guys, and I'm going to take a nice break. Probably for an hour or so to eat dinner and kind of just stretch my legs and blink a couple times. The PvP in this is so tight-knit and gut-wrenching that I feel like I need a short break. This is very, very competitive gameplay. But we've got the 4 grave dust. Isn't that what we need for the stone coffin? Oh, we need 6. We might be able to make that. Let's see. 3, and then we've got 2 cooking. No, that's all we can do. So I was going to say we can get the stone coffin, and then we could probably see how much copper we have, and if we can't help but have enough to go ahead and start making all those servant coffins and kind of move forward. But now that we've finished this... oh yeah, we said we wanted to stay here, right? Because we wanted to be able to teleport up to Dunley, right? And then you farm for a while, and then I think the cave passage here brings me home. And so this is a really, really good spot for just farming T2. So this probably is a great starter castle. I think in the next video, we might go kill Clive. Maybe enough players have progressed past Clive, where we can kill Clive, get some bombs going, and then look at all these copper mine players, right? This guy, and we haven't been down here, but usually there's people here, here, and here. So we can go take a look at the copper players and see if any of them forgot to get into stone. And we can hit them hard, especially this castle right here. If that's not stone, I think we're in big business for a big increase in materials. Alright, so that's that, you guys. Really, really great turnaround here. Fantastically done. I see so much potential for next week's server. If you guys are interested, the server details are inside of the YouTube description. I would love to see some of you come in here and post your own videos. I'm sure you can get some videos of you killing me and post those somewhere, and just the interaction in the community. Please join the Discord at Eclipse Gaming, and I'll see you in the next hour or so of the V Rising Tournament Series, sponsored by Stunlock Studios. This is a Merciless solo full loot hardcore game experience. We're trying to put into practice everything that we've been working on for the last few weeks, slowly improving with the beginner guides, some kind of intermediate theory crafting, and finally actually getting some live split speedruns going. And so thank you all for watching. I love you. Please have a fantastic and safe weekend, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.